Peggy 18.
My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of Darkest Dungeon here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Well, on today's episode we will continue our adventures here from the hamlet to the surrounding area in order to try to clear it out. I'm still in the works of preparing for the darkest dungeon on top of the hill. Now, I actually do have a Vestal now who has level 5, which is awesome. And I have some sort of money, but she has kind of really spiked stress. So I'm gonna wait probably like a week or two or even more in order to see if she can get it down. Of course, I can put her in the Abbey and reduce the stress, but that would cost me money, and the higher the level and the lower the level of the Abbey is, the prices may vary. So I'm gonna take a look around at what's available, and I will talk to you once the party is equipped, okay? Okay, well, so due to the lack of proper parties for the ruins of medium level or any of the champion level raids, I still don't want to go into the courtyard, so yeah, we are taking this party to a short cove mission. Now, this is not potentially the best party for cove, although the abomination can deal some blight damage here. Hellion can deal some bleed. We have the musketeer and the arbalist with me, so all of the party members have some sort of way to sustain themselves by a talent which restores HP. So obviously Patch Up and the Battlefield Bandage from the two ladies at the back. We have then the Absolution for the abomination, and then we're gonna have the Adrenaline Rush for the lovely Hellion. So the only issue which I can potentially run into is the thing from the stars, and I would really hate to run into that, but you never know. So yeah, we're gonna take a look and see what's gonna come out of this. So since this is a short raid, I'm obviously not thinking about like loading up too heavily on some of the provisions, so this should be perfectly fine. It's gonna be probably one of the shorter episodes, but well, sometimes in order to get to the fun stuff you have to grind through the I cannot even call this boring stuff, because despite these dungeons being shorter, it's still a decent start off in case you return back after a longer time and you would want to jump straight into like the champion level dungeon. I would advise you to not do that unless you're like a super proficient Darkest Dungeon player, which I personally am not.
Fish is almost unbearable.
So I know that this room is empty, but we need to explore 90% of them, so let's just go through here, see what will be available to us. I know it's kind of wasteful to be burning torch here since this is empty, obviously. It would be more efficient to light it up before the room battle over there. But we don't have that many rooms to clear out, so it's perfectly fine. You know, I am interested to see what are the two curios here. It'd be actually funny if we would come across a freaking secret room in the small dungeon. Sometimes it can happen, you never know. It all depends on the RNG Jesus. I see he's looking over us. At least so far. Okay, so what am I thinking here? Now what? Let's go for the buff. Let's mark the Acolyte. We're gonna try to shoot the Acolyte, then the Arbalist.
Destroyed.
And you can potentially try to stun the Guardian. Beautiful. So I'm obviously not gonna go with potentially transforming the Abomination from its human form into the beast mode. I'm gonna probably start stacking up some sort of blight or something that will start to tick away the HP. Most likely I will try to hit the Guardian in order for it to not be able to guard any of the remaining 2 enemies for too long. Let's get rid of the Brawler. Yeah, so now basically because he actually is guarding the grouper, he has the 25% protect. So thanks to even him being marked, we are still chipping off less of an HP that we normally would with the attacks. Now she's gonna go for a self-heal because the Guardian will die, which means the grouper is no longer protected. So we can potentially stun him in order to avoid him attacking the rest of the party. So she can heal herself. He will pass his turn. Hellion can finish him off.
Give them no quarter.
Okay, I'm gonna ditch the Blightstone because I would probably just sell it anyhow. So I'm gonna potentially try to keep the Jades because I am not sure if I will come across more of them. This is the Apprentice level raid, so it's more likely I can have that chance. I'm not even mad about the Vial of Blood, honestly. It has its uses. So we're gonna go once again for the buff. I'm gonna try to stun the Acolyte in order to avoid any stress related attacks. I'm gonna try to kill her. Okay, so that did not work out. Okay, so we can potentially kill her.
The enemy crumbles.
Now, unfortunately, the Arbalist or the Musketeer might not be exactly able to mark or target him, but thanks to reshuffling their party, I was actually able to do so. Let's get rid of the blight. Let's get rid of the bleed and the debuff, and like I said, better chance to come across. Darn it. Another Jade, since this is a smaller raid or lower level. Okay, let's see. What do you people have? Fear of Unholy. That's kind of annoying, but you have quite a lot of these things. Yeah, I keep thinking that every damn curio is actually healing the quirks. I know it's the Airy Coral which does it, but you never know. Okay, so the obvious target will be the level 3 or the position 3, which is the stress caster. You know what? Let's stun the 2 at the front, or at least try to go for a stun. Let's try that one more time. The 2 lovely ladies can attack him. Really hoping they are gonna actually take him out.
As the fiend falls,
Beautiful.
a faint hope blossoms.
Oh, darn it. Whatever. Let's go with the Blight. They have higher stun resist chance now, so trying to stun them would be kind of a waste of a turn almost.
Annihilated.
And if she will go before the throw... Oh, let's see if this will kill him off. I was actually thinking the throw would self-destruct in order to hurt the party as much as possible, but since this is still an apprentice level raid, I cannot that much anticipate the enemy moves. Usually in the veteran to champion levels, we are talking about like constant attempts to kill or target one of your party members, and then just go after another one. And is there any obstacle? I don't see any obstacle, so I'm gonna ditch the shovel. I know that there can be potentially the giant oyster or any of those other small treasure chests, but I'm gonna try to get the most out of this raid, so who knows. You know what, let's try to stun the stunner. Beautiful job there. Let's try to finish him off. And since the stinger is actually stunned, I can target the Cooper. Now, if potentially the Abomination would go next round before either the stinger or the grouper, he can put the Blight on both of them. So that is definitely something that I will do, so those 2 are done.
Slow death.
Therefore, the only remaining target is the maggot. And trying to deal with the maggot is annoying. And we are going to heal the musketeer. And that should finish off the stinger.
A trifling victory.
I'm not gonna take
But a
the move
victory
charm,
nonetheless.
it's just not worth that much to me. Clear out this room, we have to get to that room. That's the end of the dungeon. Potentially I can still try and go for the last engagement to see what will come of it, so maybe 2 more battles and get more potential gold or anything else out of this small
Handsome
tiny
reward.
mission.
For a task well performed.
And let's take this. If you want to read this, then please pause the screen and I will continue. Okay, so let's continue, see what's the rest of the enemies. Okay, this is kind of fun. So obviously I can do multiple things here. If I go with boost, I go with boost. If I stun the first 2 groupers, I stun the first 2 groupers. I can blight position 2 and 3. It's obviously not gonna kill them. But by dealing damage to the rest of them, I will start to take them down. problem is that the grouper can attack any of your party members, and they have usually pretty decent chance to hit, as you can see obviously here. So I have multiple options here. I can potentially try to kill this grouper, self-heal the musketeer, or try to stun this grouper. That worked. You know what? Let's just finish them off. I was really hoping she would be able to finish him.
Your death by inches.
Speed 6. Okay, if anyone has higher speed or equal speed, he might go before.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Yeah, the laudanum was kind of dumb idea for level 1 raid. I won't be taking the medicinal herb. So that is one of the 2 engagements. Now I'm gonna find out that I actually could have taken the medicinal herbs for whatever the curio would be. I would be so excited about that. Okay, so let's see what's in the last room. Okay, so target number 1. Target number 2. And whatever other targets I can come across. So I'm really thinking that the stinger would potentially have its turn. Let's just heal the musketeer. Let's just heal the musketeer, and the Hellion will go after the grouper. Abomination can use the self-heal, so he will be perfectly fine. You are left with seriously 1 HP. That's just wonderful. Okay, at least I have a full stack of crests. But I'm gonna get money for any of the unused provisions, and we did get a bunch of more gold.
Despite its morbid aspect, this twisted, cavernous maze seems almost traversable.
So I'm quite sure I was at least able to obtain back the funds I had to use to upgrade the party members, so that should not be an issue. 12 crest, 2 portraits, 2 deeds, not that bad. He unfortunately did get a disease on the abomination, so he will definitely need to be cured about it. And I'm gonna actually try to lock in the armored thinker, because if you get this positive ability on your level 1 or level 2 heroes, it's actually good to lock it in, because if you will keep using your hero and level him or her up,
The sum. A sanguine memory to me.
those upgrades will cost you less. And well, if you want to have like a full party of level 6 heroes, and each of them need to have like the totally upgraded gear, and if you go there and you check, yeah, you see the cost of the upgrade, 3,000 gold. So if you can reduce it, go crazy. But yeah, that will be most likely it for this a bit shorter episode. I do apologize if you are disappointed for that. But if you would to check out the link in the description, you will be able to come across the channel itself. And by this point I should have like a bunch of Darkest Dungeon episodes uploaded. So yeah, that's something fun that you should potentially look forward to, and that's probably it. I'm gonna wish you all the best. Click like, maybe subscribe, and see you at the next one. Bye bye.